a little kind of check-in is a little kind of bit of personal kind of reflection, is having a look at these cards and picking a card that you are drawn to or attracted to. You don't need to have a reason. When you pick it up, it might just be, oh, I really love that. I'm going to copy Natalka and pick 2 cards.
It's a beautiful day today, and this is a beautiful, you know, lovely to be out as a snail through those grasses and beautiful weather. And actually, I always feel coming over here puts wind in my sails.
The first thing I notice is like the map. It's like a map or traveling or something. It's just something come to my head, live in my head, like traveling around the world and working, or between UK, Cape Verde, Portugal, to do my things or discover. For some reason, I go in my head.
Like, I've been swapping hats a lot this week in terms of kind of like different roles that I've been doing, and that is quite draining. So it's kind of like really trying to enjoy this afternoon that we've got together and not be thinking about what I'm doing next.
And I saw this one and I was like, and I couldn't stop staring at it, which is, it's kind of like a security guard donkey wearing like a human kind of eyes.
When I was young, I remember things with 3 years old or 4, but it's just a picture, a moment. So to the seafront with the group, with all the children. Maybe I don't remember what I say, but I know the actions. The same, still here. It's the same thing we do with the children. We practice, you do, and then you put on the paper. The great moments. So they're not disappear, they're still here.
And you could show me that picture that you've drawn, and I would be able to explain to you what had happened before she even told me.
Yeah,
because you were
there too.
Yeah. So it's like, this is my moment, and I'll be like, oh yeah, that was before you even said anything.
Yeah. So one of them was around, for me, and my role in this is the delight in working with people, but being part of a community and not just organising one. So there's a little bit of tension for me, just in terms of my own sort of practice, is that I come from an arts, on the ground, grassroots practice, and I'm sort of in this role of sort of project managing as well, which I absolutely love doing, but there's also kind of bits of it which are a genuine struggle for me, because it's not my first language in any way, shape or form. But I think the pleasure, certainly for being part of Music Garden and this kind of project that's kind of happened over the last 3 years, and it seems to be really kind of like forming into something this year as well, that's kind of building on that.
And articulating what you actually do to, like, for me especially lecturers, is really quite hard without it kind of just sounding like I'm tying up, just putting a few toys out and being like, yes!
Years ago when I was working in practice, as it were, and people would say, well, what is it you do? And I'd explain. And they'd say, oh, so you're a music teacher? And I'd say, well, no, it's not exactly. So you're a music therapist, and that they kept trying to find a category that actually it doesn't fit into. So it is very hard to kind of express exactly what we're doing. So I think that it may look simple, but actually when you start to really unpeel the layers, there's an awful lot that's going on there that's very profound and has got quite a lot of deep learning for us as an organisation. So if we're talking about reflection and we reflect because I suppose we want to not improve practice but become more aware of our practice, and maybe in the long term for our practice to be influenced and improved somehow. So if we think about these moments and the drawings and all that sort of thing, in what ways do you think they help you think about your practice?
Well, it helps kind of consolidate, that's the word.
Yeah.
Consolidate what you're doing, and what you are doing is good, if you know what I mean, like you're doing the right thing, because there are all these lovely moments that are coming up from it. It's really important to keep trying new ideas, and even like the bit where we've now put the scarves in, even today, like because you've now introduced those lovely materials, I'm thinking maybe you should have more of that rather than the scarves. I have that as the material bit. Yeah, and it's just like week after week, just sitting with it. It's just developing it a little bit more, developing my thoughts around it.
Today, when you use the stretch thing, your initial idea is like we do like a family around circle, we do things, and then suddenly the baby go into, and then I just noticed because moms stay there and the baby's still walking through, and Natalie tried like to do this, but she have to tell Mom, can you, what do you say, like the baby?
Yeah, I don't think I said anything. I think I just said, "Oh, shall we try and balance them?"
Bounce them, yes. So that is like it's not a negative thing, but it's like kind of thing we need to solve or arrange like a solution.
I love that idea of like, that being a potentially a problem. It could be, it's an opportunity and a problem potentially, isn't it, depending on what you're doing. But that sense that it's like being given to the community of like, how are we going to solve it?
Yeah, what are you going to do now?
I don't know.
When we've been to like the training kind of sessions, and then we've done a group, and it's kind of been put into practice. It's kind of like but then by drawing it I'm like, okay, like you said, solidify, comfort, whatever the word is, but it's kind of like, okay, and then it's kind of looking back at drawings that you've done and then going, okay, I can see that was like just after we had that training session, and then this is like 3 weeks later. That's how that's kind of slowly, like I saw, like made the connection say in that session, but 3 weeks later, this is how it's still kind of like I'm still learning and I'm still like I think I'm improving, but like I'm still kind of interacting with that training.
I guess it's sort of significant moments for that child. So they've done something significant that's different to maybe what they've done before. So there's been a change that we've kind of witnessed, and it's like, that feels really important. But it's we've felt something when we've witnessed it, so it kind of stays with us. And then maybe there's other moments which are about connection between either the adult and the child, or maybe it might be between two children. But the other thing that I really like that is unintended but is kind of starting to sort of happen is that we're capturing these stories that you've just created of one family. And I can think of families in Magic Play that I've got similar kind of things. So it's almost like these kind of visual case studies are sort of starting to happen. It's like regulating after the session, like it's like a moment to sort of land and go, okay, that was a lot, and then just kind of drawing quietly for 10 minutes and then kind of sharing it and documenting it, and then there's this kind of like accumulative sort of effect that happens from having lots of it.
And I think one of the fantastic things about this particular project is the fact that it has been long. You know, this is a 4-year project rather than our normal types of projects, which are often just a year long, and you kind of run at them, you hurtle through them, you do loads of amazing things, but actually you don't have the time to take a breath and really integrate all the things you were saying, really, Natalka, about the chance to integrate and consolidate on your thinking and learning. And I think that's one of the great things about this particular project is time. We can take time in, the mentees can stay with us for a year, sometimes longer. Time for us to reflect after every session, time for us to reflect maybe twice a year. All those things through the slow approach, I think is very, very fruitful, not only for this project, but actually the fruits are borne out in all the other work as well.